Hey, Patrick Lawrence with Edina Realty, back for this week's video. And the dirty C word, what is it? Commission, of course, commission. And I was talking with someone in my office today actually about this trend of iBuyers out there, investment uh, companies that buy up a lot of homes. And I hear a lot of different advertisements on the radio, TV, on the internet, all over the place. And I have to be really careful about what I say in this video, and I don't want to call anyone out. I don't want the Department of Commerce breathing down my back. There are a lot of rules actually in what we can put out there and what we can say and take pictures of and blah 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 blah. So I just rather be safe than sorry. Um, with that said, I guess I'm going to focus on commission, and so I got to pull in this little piece of paper that I was working on before. On the top of this is a comp right here. So what that means is basically like a standard comp was done on a house that you wanted to sell. Someone came out, they looked at houses that have sold around that area recently. They maybe looked at some houses that haven't sold around that area. They're going to look at all sorts of different things. And let's say this comp comes back and it's done well and it comes back at $300,000, okay? Investment companies deal with a lot of different properties, a lot of buying. They're going to have sort of a computer program, an algorithm that will probably they're going to look at number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and they're going to look at style of house and location. So in other words, with style, they're going to compare ramblers to ramblers, split levels to split levels, and so on and so forth. Let's just say that you went this route and they would give you an offer. If the comp came back at 300, they give you an offer at 295, which is approximately 98.3% of the value of that $300,000 comp. I think I'm being insanely generous with that percentage. I don't think you would actually get 295 if it came back at 300. So again, I'm being very generous there, but you know, what the heck. Let's say if you're going to traditional brokerage, okay? The comp comes back 300. Maybe they say we'll list it for 300. In this market, it is not, if the house is updated, it's a nice property, it's been taken care of, it could very easily sell for 310. That is not, I'm not shooting the moon there at all in this market right now. Okay. Over here, when it comes to commission, if we come over here on the iBuyers side, a lot of times you'll hear this term sales listing commission. And I made up a number that I'm pretty sure no one's using right now, which is 1.13. Because again, I don't want to mimic anything that's out there. The interesting thing about when you hear sales listing commission is only 1.13. It's only 1.13. Okay, here's what isn't being talked about in that, and that's the buyer's commission. Now, if the buyer comes in with their agent, they're going to get a commission, and the buyer's cut is usually about 2.7. Okay, so when we add that to the advertising of 1.13, that really gets you to 3.83% for a total commission. Now, if we go over here on the traditional side, you see the commission is 6%. I think that's probably about average right now in the Twin Cities market. Now, that 6% includes the seller's side and the buyer's side both, okay? So if we come down here and we take a look at what are you going to pay in commission over here on the left-hand side, that 3.83%, but you got to remember you did sell it for $295. That comes to $11,298.50. Okay. Over here in the traditional side, sold for $310. You paid 6% commission, $18,000. All right, you saved, $7,000. Actually, a little less than that in commission. But then we come down here and look what happens. You've got your sales price minus your commission. This right here, this $283,701.50, That's the check you're going to the bank with. Okay? Over here, we take the 310, we subtract off the 18,000, and the check you're going to the bank with in this case is $292,000 exactly. The difference there is over $8,000, almost $8,300. Okay, so be cautious when you're looking at commissions. Don't let that totally dictate. Now, one thing I will say about some of these companies out there on the left-hand side, I will give them praise in the sense that they can get a deal on the table and they can get it closed very, very quickly. Very quickly. I'm impressed at how fast they can get an offer to a person and get it closed. So if there's an emergency, job, family, whatever the case is, and you definitely need to move, like you needed to move yesterday, they are very good at that. All right. I don't know where I am at time, but I hope that you are having a great day, a great week, and I really hope you're going to enjoy all that snow tomorrow. I'm talking maybe a foot in the Twin Cities area. So get out and play a little bit. Have a great week.